Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel, Bookish Drama. My name is Ethan and today we're here to review the Lara Jean Trilogy by Jenny Han. The books in this series are To All the Boys I've Loved Before, P.S. I Still Love You, and Always and Forever Lara Jean. These books are contemporary romance. I read them all last month, I believe. These are probably the books I went through the fastest because they were so addicting. Like, they weren't the perfect books, but they were just page turners. I don't read much contemporary, but these books were pretty good, let's say. I gave them all 3 stars because, as I said, these are not the best books out there. They were just fun reads. I forgot to tell you what they are about. So basically, the first book follows Lara Jean, which is a girl in high school, and when she has a crush, she always writes him a letter to get over him, basically. And one day, all those letters are sent off by someone. We don't know who this person is, and we have to discover that. And also, Lara Jean will also have to deal with all the consequences this entails. I read these books because there was a film coming out on Netflix of the first book, and I just watched it, and I also filmed a watching vlog. So go there and give that video some love. That was all for the spoiler-free part of this video. Now I'm going to discuss it with spoilers and a bit more deeply, so if you haven't read the books, please go. I don't want you to get spoiled, and yeah. So if you're here, that means that you have read the book, so congratulations on that. And I'm going to go a few general things about the trilogy, and then I'm going to dive into each book and talk about some of the plot points. First, I'm going to talk about the characters. I thought Lara Jean was a bit childish for her age, although I wasn't very bothered by her. Then we have her little sister, Kitty. I thought she was one of the funniest characters, although she seemed a little bit unrealistic for her age. In the movie, she seems older and that fits her a little bit more. And then we have Lara Jean's older sister, Margot, and I really didn't like her that much. She seemed a little bit too controlling. She was too much for me, let's say. Moving on to the love interests. I think all of them, which are 3, are great, and I didn't prefer one over the other. I wouldn't have cared. Well, I think it makes sense that she stayed with Peter because they clicked together. They all were great. I think my favorite was John Ambrose McLaren. He was just very nice and cute, and yeah, I really liked him. It is weird for me not to have a strong opinion on one of the love interests. I usually have a person I want the main character to get with, but in this case, it just didn't happen, which surprised me, really. Now I'm going to talk about Jen. I love the fact that they didn't end up being friends, because sometimes when 2 friends now are not friends, in the end they always end up as friends again. So it was great to see that that didn't happen. And last but not least, I'm going to mention Trina and Stormy. They were both great, amazing. I think that the both of them and Kitty were my favorite characters of them all. I'm going to start talking about the first book, To All the Boys I've Loved Before. So the first thing I have to say is that the premise seemed a little bit far-fetched for me because all the drama surrounding the letters was a bit too much, didn't seem very realistic, because the fact that she kissed Peter just so Josh wouldn't know she loved him was a little bit odd. A great topic this book tackles is the sex tape part. The fact that a girl always gets the worst part when those things happen, it is just really unfair, and I think it's very good that the book tackles that, and that it's a very major plot point. I have to mention that I didn't expect at all that it was Kitty the one who sent the letters. I thought it was Margot, because I had seen the trailer for the movie, and in the trailer we can see Margot saying, "Oh, you have to branch out and make more friends." So I thought she had sent the letters for Lara Jean to have more of a love life, but I didn't expect that it was Kitty, although it makes so much sense because of the argument they got into. Moving on to book 2, P.S. I Still Love You. The first thing that I'm gonna say is that it seemed a bit weird that Josh didn't appear that much in this or the next book. He was like left out and I didn't appreciate that. I know that it would have been weird, but you know, I think he should have appeared more. The thing I loved the most about this book was the game Assassin that they started playing in the treehouse. It was very fun to see them playing and all the dynamics between the friends, and that way we get introduced to John Ambrose McLaren. I also have to mention Bellevue, the residence Lara Jean works at, and there we meet Stormy, which is a great character. She's just so wise, she has lived a lot, and the funny thing is that she is trying to set Lara Jean up with her something, with her grandson or something like that. I can't really remember if it was his grandson or what, but it turns out that it is John Ambrose McLaren. I didn't expect that at all, although I kind of saw something coming there, but I didn't think it was him. The party scene when they get dressed up was so fun to read, and that was one of the cutest parts of the book, yeah. Although in the end, Peter and Lara Jean end up together. And finally, book 3, Always and Forever Lara Jean. I thought that this book was gonna be set in college because of some reviews I had seen, but it turns out it was senior year. Although choosing college plays a really great part of the book. This book, I was so pissed at Lara Jean because she just wasn't doing what she really wanted. Like, hello, go to the college you want to go, not the one your boyfriend wants you to go or your father wants you to go. No, go to the one you want to go. It is your life and you should be in control. And I was pissed that she didn't come to the realization of that sooner. Although in the end, it's all okay and alright. In this book, we also have a road trip. Very fun. Chris is always a great character. I loved seeing Lara Jean open up a bit more. And the wedding, oh my god. Dad and Trina romance was a bit too fast, but you know, it had to be that way. And we can see how Lara Jean copes with her stress by baking and also by preparing the wedding. Stormy's death, like, I wasn't expecting that at all. It was a really sad moment because we all loved Stormy. She was just like, great, amazing, and I don't know how she died. She didn't deserve it, although I know she was old, but I just didn't see it coming, guys. It was very heartbreaking for me. In the end, Lara Jean and Peter end up together. I think they shouldn't have, but you know, it's a YA contemporary novel. Like, they had to end together because that's how things are. It would have been really fun to see her go off to college without a boyfriend, the way her mother wanted her to. So those were all my thoughts on this trilogy. I quite liked it, as you could see, although there were some parts that I didn't agree with. These were not the best books, but I still really enjoyed them. So that's all for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. So yeah, that's all. I'll see you guys next time.